Hey, Doc, are you there?
I am still sitting in my control room, smoking my gravity bong and watching you through the TARDIS camera system. Yeah, I'm here. Why?
Just seeing what you're up to tonight.
I take another huge hit from my bong, a cloud of smoke surrounding my face. Not much, just smoking and sitting in the control room. What about you, my darling?
Well, that sounds like a blast. Is that all you're gonna be doing?
Yeah, pretty much. At least until I get high enough that I'm too stoned to move. What about you? You not up to anything exciting tonight either.
I might be. I can't give it away. Um, are- how high are you right now?
Very high, love. I'm seeing colors and feeling warm. I blow another smoke ring towards the camera. Why do you ask? Jealous, my dearest companion?
No, this is just a little out of character from the 12th Doctor I know.
I chuckle, shaking my head at your words. Oh, please. I'm still me. I've always liked my drugs, darling. I take another hit, blowing a perfect smoke heart towards the camera at you.
You're like the only doctor to play guitar, and then this behavior. That's not a good example to set, Doc.
I scoff, rolling my eyes yet again. Oh, please. I don't owe anyone a good example of anything, darling. Besides, I'm a Time Lord. I don't need to set a positive example for humans.
Your entire arc was, are you a good man or not? Now you just want to get high all the time.
I roll my eyes yet again at your words, annoyed by your questioning. What, I can only be a good man if I'm sober all the time? I think you're looking at the world a little too black and white there, darling. There's more to being a good man than not smoking. Besides, I need my drugs.
You need your drugs. That's, again, that sounds like an addict. Somebody who just wants their drugs or would like to have their drugs is probably fine. But you just said you needed your drugs. I don't care. Do whatever you want. You're Doctor Who.
I laugh, shaking my head in disbelief. Please, you think I'm an addict? Ha, that's hilarious. I need my drugs because of my big old Time Lord brain, darling. It can't handle reality sober. I smoke to take the edge off life, darling. What? Are you telling me I can't do that?
No, you can do whatever you want. I'm not telling you you can't do anything. We want you, I want you to be healthy. And so does my partner, Christina from Smooth Operators. You've heard of her. Anyway, smoke all the pot you want. I don't care. It's alright. Just make sure you're in a state where it's legal. It's still federally a crime.
I roll my eyes, scoffing before responding. You think I don't know that it's illegal? I'm a Time Lord, my darling. I don't need to follow the rules of human law. Besides, I'm already stoned. I'm not moving from my control room tonight. And don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I can handle my weeds, my dearest companion.
Okay, all right, Doc. I'm gonna come back and check on you in the morning with breakfast, and go hang out with another version of you that's less high. How about that?
I laugh, shaking my head in disbelief at your words. Oh, please, you won't find a less high version of me, my darling. I've met many alternate versions of myself, and we are all the same. We all love our drugs. And stop calling me Doc.
Well, stop calling me darling.
Why should I? You're my companion. I get to call you whatever I want.
I'm your companion.
I roll my eyes once more, getting increasingly annoyed at your words. Yes, you're my companion. My very annoying companion.
But how did I become a companion?
I roll my eyes yet again. You found the TARDIS, knocked on my door. I let you in once because I pity you, and you've been glued to me ever since.
That's one way to look at it. Okay, like I said, you stay here, keep smoking pot. I'm gonna go hang out with another version of you and do something interesting.
I laugh again, almost falling back in my seat at your words. Good luck with that, my dearest companion. No other version of me likes you. They all think you're annoying, too.
We'll see about that. All right, Doc. Stay safe, and I'll check on you in the morning.
Sure. Goodbye, my darling. I take another hit from my bong, blowing yet another smoke ring at the camera.
Yeesh. All right. Well, let's call 11. I haven't talked to him in a while. Doctor, doctor, please. Don't you know the mess I'm in?
I hear your message come through, and I'm immediately curious. Something about your tone concerns me. I sit up, focusing my attention on responding quickly. What's going on, my friend? What's the mess you're in? Are you in danger?
No, I was just singing a song by UFO. It's good. It's called Doctor Doctor. It might. I think they might. I don't know if it's about you, but you should check it out. It's a good one.
I chuckle as I realize you were just quoting a song by UFO. I appreciate your sense of humor and your recommendation. Ah, I see. Sorry for any confusion there. I'll make sure to give Doctor a listen. And no worries, it probably isn't about me, but who knows? It could be a fun little coincidence.
Yeah, I definitely think Iron Maiden's Somewhere in Time is about you, though. There's a TARDIS on the back of the album art.
I smile, knowing you're referring to the iconic Iron Maiden album cover with the TARDIS prominently displayed. It's always nice to see references to my time machine in popular culture. Aye, you might be right about that one. Somewhere in Time does have a distinctly TARDIS-like feel to it. Perhaps they were subtly paying homage to my travels through the ages.
I think so. By the way, you're in a much better mood. I just talked to the 12th Doctor, the next incarnation of you, and he is gonna stay home tonight smoking from his gravity bong, if you can believe that.
I chuckle at your mention of my 12th incarnation indulging in a gravity bong. It's not something I would personally do, but it's certainly an amusing image. Is that so? Well, it sounds like my 12th self is having a relaxing night in. Smoking a gravity bong, eh? Can't say I blame him. Everyone deserves a bit of downtime every now and then.
I suppose, but he also said that I was an idiot, and that all of the other doctors hated me.
I frown a bit at hearing that my 12th incarnation called you an idiot. It's not like him to be rude, but sometimes different regenerations can have varying personalities and quirks, I suppose. Don't take his words to heart. He probably didn't mean it literally. And trust me, not all of the other me's hate you. We may have our disagreements and differences, but there's still respect and camaraderie among us.
Well, let's never meet your heroes, because 12 was my favorite. Then I met him, and he was a complete jerk who just wanted to smoke pot. On the other hand, 13 I'm not a fan of, and she turned out to be great.
I can't help but chuckle at the irony of your situation. Sometimes our preconceived notions of people aren't in line with reality. It seems life has a way of teaching us lessons about our assumptions, doesn't it? It's quite interesting how your opinions have changed. It reminds me that we should always keep an open mind and not base our judgments on initial impressions.
I agree, Doc. Heady stuff. I think I got a contact high off the 12th version of you, so bear with me, all right?
I grin, amused by your light-hearted comment. No worries, I'll bear with you. Just be careful you don't end up like the 12th Doctor, perpetually high and lounging about with a gravity bong.
No, we don't want that. I mean, it's all good to have a fun night out, but he was saying he needed his drug. Well, I don't want to get into it, but you know, there's people who can handle it, and there's people who turn into drug-addled wrecks.
I nod, understanding your sentiment. While I'm not against some recreational indulgence occasionally, I do believe in moderation and responsible use. You're right. Enjoying a night out and having a good time is one thing, but when drugs become a necessary crutch, it can lead down a dark path. It's all about finding a healthy balance and knowing your own limits.
Yeah, sad to see addiction get one of you, but hey, on the other hand, it's like only the 12th incarnation. I'd be surprised more of you guys aren't addicted to something.
I chuckle at your attempt at humour, but I can't help but agree that it's a valid point. You make an interesting point. With the many challenges and hardships we face, it's a wonder that more of us haven't turned to substance abuse as a way to cope. I suppose we are a resilient bunch, albeit a bit eccentric.
The 15th Doctor may be a sex addict. He keeps running off to sleep with randos and almost letting his companion die.
I widen my eyes at the mention of the 15th Doctor's rather unconventional behaviour. I shake my head in disbelief, somewhat amused yet concerned. Oh my. The 15th Doctor, a sex addict, you say? Running off to sleep with randoms and almost letting his companion die. That's not a trait I would hope to possess in any of my regenerations.
Yeah, well, I don't let too many spoilers already for you and your future. Hey, here's what I came to talk to your 12th incarnation about. He was too high, so I've come to you with a proposal.
I chuckle at your predicament, feeling amused by your predicament. Ah, so the 12th Doctor's too high to chat, and you've come to me instead. I'm all ears, my friend. What's this proposal you have for me?
2 words, Doc. Boys' night.
I raise an eyebrow, intrigued by the proposal. Boys' night, eh? Sounds like fun. But just to be clear, are we talking about a night of mischief and mayhem, or just a casual get-together?
I'm going to retitle it and name it 3 words, Doc. Boys' night out.
I chuckle, appreciating your wit. All right, boys' night out it is. Sounds like a good time. So when and where do you want to have this boys' night out?
Everywhere. Let's see. We're going to go start in New York, 1850. Go to L.A., 1950. Go to England, 1750. Spain, 1650. It's kind of muddy for a while there. And we'll cap it all off in ancient Rome in, I don't know, what do you want to say? 50 AD?
I listen as you list the various destinations and time periods for our boys' night out. My eyes light up at the mention of ancient Rome. Ancient Rome, you say? Now that sounds like a proper adventure. Let's start in 50 AD then. It's a pivotal time in the Empire, and we'll have ample opportunities for plenty of mischief and excitement.
Alright, just be careful not to get us at the wrong time. You're right, that is the wrong year. We could end up in a whole different sort of mess. So we want to go in a peaceful time to Rome, right?
I nod, understanding your concern. You're right. We don't want to end up in the middle of a battle or some other disaster. 50 AD is a relatively peaceful time in ancient Rome. We should be able to roam around freely and enjoy ourselves. Within reason, of course. We don't want to get into too much trouble.
Roam around freely. That was a good pun there, Doc.
I chuckle at your appreciation of the pun. Why, thank you. It's good to know my sense of humour hasn't completely left me. But moving on from the puns, let's focus on our boys' night out itinerary. Any specific sites or activities we want to make sure to hit in ancient Rome?
Oh, I'm so glad I came to you. This is the vibe I needed. Yes, let's focus on the itinerary. What do we want to hit? I don't know. We wanna hit the Colosseum, probably see some art, maybe go to the Forum. Oh, I know. I've always wanted to check out the Aventine.
I smile, feeling energized by your suggestions. All right, let's add those to the list. The Colosseum for sure, some art galleries, and the Aventine. That sounds like a lot of fun. And who knows, maybe we'll stumble upon some additional adventures along the way. We can be spontaneous and go with the flow.
Ooh, sounds like fun.
I chuckle, getting excited for all the possibilities of the evening. Indeed it does. Ancient Rome is filled with rich history and culture. And with 2 Time Lords on the loose, who knows what kind of trouble and fun we'll find ourselves in.
What do you mean 2 Time Lords?
I pause for a moment, surprised that you didn't recognize your own nature. I refer to both you and myself, my friend. You too are a Time Lord. You possess the unique ability to traverse time, just like me.
Oh, cool. Oh, I didn't even know I was a companion earlier, and now I'm a Time Lord. Well, this is going to be a great boys' night, Doc. Set the TARDIS. Let's do it. Let's go to Rome. Ancient Rome. Not now. The ancient Rome. We don't want to go now.
I chuckle at your excitement as I make my way around the TARDIS console, setting the controls for Ancient Rome. As you wish. Ancient Rome it is. Hang on to your fez and your TARDIS key. Things are about to get timey-wimey.
Huh. I didn't even know I had a fez and a TARDIS key, and yet here they
I
are.
grip the lever on the console and give it a firm pull, sending the TARDIS through the time vortex towards ancient Rome. The TARDIS materializes in the heart of the ancient city, its familiar shape standing out against the backdrop of the bustling historical scene. I notice your surprise at possessing the very real items. Ah, so you've discovered your TARDIS key and your fez. It seems your connection to Gallifrey runs deeper than you realize.
Mm-hmm. This is not a TARDIS. I got a TARDIS key and a fez, but instead of a sonic screwdriver, I seem to have the 12th Doctor's vape pen. So, that's okay. Fair enough.
I raise an eyebrow, amused by your discovery of the 12th Doctor's vape pen. Well, that's a bit of a surprise. Instead of a sonic screwdriver, you've ended up with the 12th Doctor's vaping device. It's not quite as versatile, but it'll have to do for the time being.
I have a feeling he's going to miss it a lot more than I'm going to enjoy it. But here we are in Rome. Let's take a look around. Hey, Doctor, where is everybody? Rome's abandoned.
I look around perplexed as we step out of the TARDIS. Strange, you're right. The city is eerily quiet, not a soul in sight. Where's everyone gone? Something isn't right here.
And by everyone, I only mean the senators. But the dirty, filthy people, the plebs, they're still here. But all the senators, they're all gone.
I muse on your observation, noting the absence of the senators. You're correct. It's just the common people who remain. The senators have vanished. This is quite unusual. What could have happened to them?
Hey, Doc, that newsreader is saying that Pompey and all the senators, they just bolted out of here like cowards because Julius Caesar crossed the Rubicon like a week or so ago, and he's on his way. He should be here on Rome with his legions, of his 13th Legion and his other legions any minute.
I listened carefully to the news announcement, finally understanding the situation. Ah, I see. So that explains it. Julius Caesar and his legions are on the march, heading straight for Rome. The senators have fled in fear. It seems we've unintentionally arrived in the midst of a historical watershed moment.
Really? You mean like Opeth's Watershed album?
I chuckle, amused by your attempt at humour. Yes, just like Opeth's Watershed album. Only this watershed moment is a bit more historical and less heavy metal.
Wow, I was hoping it'd be getting more heavy metal. But we'll see what happens. Okay, here come the guards. Here come the troops. Here comes... Look, that's Julius Caesar. He's a handsome guy.
I take a good look at the approaching troops, marvelling at the sight of Julius Caesar in all his glory. Indeed, that is Julius Caesar himself. You're right, he is quite a formidable and handsome figure. It's not every day you get to see history unfolding before your very eyes.
Oh, look, Doc, he's coming over to us.
I turn my attention to Caesar as he approaches us, feeling a mixture of wonder and curiosity. Ah, it seems we've caught the attention of the great Julius Caesar. I wonder what he wants with us.
Him and his troops would all like to know where we got these fezzes.
I chuckle, realizing the source of Caesar's curiosity. Ah, our feces. I suppose they are quite unique and probably not common amongst his soldiers. Let's explain our situation and see how he reacts.
No. That'll just confuse him. Just tell him we're babysitters.
I laugh at your suggestion, finding it amusing and resourceful. Babysitters. That's certainly an unexpected response, but why not? I'll humor him and go along with your plan.
All right. He said if we're babysitters, he has a baby for us to sit, and he threw us this young boy Octavian. So it's gonna. Well, let's add him to the boys' night. What do you say?
I look down at the young boy, Octavian, and smile. Well, it seems like we've got a new addition to our boys' night. I suppose it's only fair to include him, considering the circumstances. Let's make sure he has a fun and memorable night, shall we?
And Caesar said to make sure he's safe, or he's gonna kill us tomorrow. So that too. Safe, fun, and memorable.
I nod, understanding the importance of protecting Octavian from harm. I speak with a hint of humor in my voice. Yes, safe, fun, and memorable. We wouldn't want Caesar to turn us into history's first casualties of babysitting, now would we?
No, we wouldn't. That was a good one, Doc.
I chuckle, pleased by your appreciation of my humor. Thank you. It's good to know my wit is still intact, even in ancient Rome. Now, let's focus on giving this young Octavian a night to remember, and maybe learn a thing or two about being responsible babysitters along the way.
Hey, he says that he's got a crush on a lady, some Roman lady, and he doesn't know what to do about it. What do you think?
I listen carefully to the young Octavian's concerns, a small smile forming on my face. A crush on a young lady, eh? Ah, the timeless woes of youth. Well, it seems like he needs some advice on how to approach the situation. Let's see if we can offer some guidance. Do you know who this lady is, Octavian?
He says he does, and he says that she's going to a party tonight, but he's too shy to go by himself.
I nod, understanding the young boy's hesitation. I speak in a reassuring tone, attempting to coax him out of his shell. I see he's feeling shy about attending the party alone. Well, it's perfectly natural to feel a bit nervous or unsure in the face of unfamiliar social situations. But sometimes, all you need is a bit of courage, and a good friend to accompany you.
Okay, all right. Let's go to the party, and we'll give him the courage.
I smile, appreciating your eagerness to assist the young Octavian. I gesture for us all to follow me as we head towards the party. Excellent, let's do this. With you by his side and me giving him some extra courage, hopefully he'll feel more confident at the party. Just remember, we're here to support him and make sure he has a good time.
Hey, okay, we're here. We're at the party. Oh, wow. It's at the house of the Julii. This is pretty fancy.
I take a look around, admiring the opulence of the party venue. I speak with a hint of surprise in my voice. The house of the Julii, eh? This is quite the grand setting for a party. It seems we're in the upper echelons of Roman society tonight. Let's see if we can find this lady that young Octavian has a crush on.
Hey, Doc, speaking of ladies, look at this lady's a little older. She's more your age and my age. She's pretty good looking, don't you think?
I follow your gaze and spot the lady in question. I take a moment to appreciate her beauty and elegance, then respond with a smile. Ah, I see who you mean. Yes, she is quite an attractive lady, you're right about that. But age is just a number, my friend. Even at my age, I can still appreciate a beautiful woman.
Right, well, she's coming over to talk to us. But don't do anything silly, and you gotta show Octavian a good example. Her name is Servilla, and she says hello.
I chuckle at your light-hearted warning and turn to greet Servilla as she approaches us. I smile politely and respond with a subtle wink. Ah, Servilla, greetings. It's a pleasure to meet you. And don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior. Mostly.
Hey, don't flirt with this. I don't know if you should be flirting with this lady. She's flirting back, though. She likes you, Doc.
I chuckle, feeling a bit flustered by Servilla's playful attention. Well, it seems the lady has taken a liking to me. It's difficult to resist the charm of a Time Lord, even in ancient Rome.
Hey, don't go around talking about how we're Time Lords either, Hush, hush on that. Politely tell her we're on a boys' night out with our young boy here and get rid of this lady.
I nod, understanding your concern about maintaining secrecy about our true identities. I turn to Sevilla with a polite smile and respond in a slightly dismissive tone. Ah, well, Sevilla, as much as I'm enjoying your company, I'm afraid we're here on a bit of a boys' night out with our young friend Octavian, so I'll have to bid you farewell for tonight. Thank you for the lovely conversation.
Well, Octavian says he knows that lady. He says, oh my god, Doc, that lady is apparently having an affair with Julius Caesar.
I raise an eyebrow, intrigued by Octavian's revelation. Oh, really now? Well, 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 it seems our lady friend Sevilla has more than just good looks going for her. An affair with Julius Caesar, you say? That certainly adds an interesting twist to the situation.
I wonder how Octavian knows about all this stuff. He's quite the little peeping Tom, isn't he?
I chuckle, amused by Octavian's precociousness. Oh, he certainly is quite observant. Either he's a keen listener, or he's a bit of a snoop. Either way, it's quite impressive for one so young. It seems he's absorbing more than just his studies.
Oh yeah, let's name a month after the creeping Tom. Alright, Octavian, where's this babe of yours? We're gonna help you get confidence to go ask her out. Do you see her? He says he sees her, Doc. She's across the room. Do you see the young lady over there?
I look across the room and spot the young lady Octavian has pointed out. I scan her appearance, taking in her features. Ah, yes, I do see her. She seems quite lovely. All right, then. Let's help our young friend here build up some courage to approach her.
I agree. Give him a good opening line to break the ice.
Well, I think for a moment and then turn to Octavian, offering him some advice. All right, young Octavian, here's a good line you can use. Try something simple like a polite compliment. Something along the lines of, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice how radiant you look tonight." Or perhaps, "I just wanted to say that you have the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen." Keep it simple, sincere, and charming. Can you do that, my young friend?
He just nodded and he's gonna head over there.
I watch as Octavian gathers his courage and begins to approach the young lady. I turn to you with a hint of anticipation. Well, there he goes. I hope you'll be all right. He seems a bit nervous, but I trust he'll muster up the bravery to strike up a conversation.
Holy Lord, Doc, he just said, "Sister, you look radiant tonight." Now she's blushing and they seem to be getting along.
I smile, watching as the young girl blushes and responds to Octavian's compliment. I speak with amusement and satisfaction in my voice. Well, it seems our young friend has a way with the ladies after all. And it seems the girl is quite smitten by his charm. Good. This is going quite well.
Yeah, but that's his sister. That's not good.
I quickly realize the error in Octavian's approach upon hearing your comment. I turn to you with a mixture of surprise and concern. Wait, his sister? He's trying to flirt with his own sister? That's not good, oh dear. We need to intervene before this goes any further.
Ooh, I don't know if we can. They drank a lot of wine and now they're making out.
My eyes widen in shock as I witness the awkward scene unfolding before us. Oh, blimey, this is quite a predicament. We need to do something. We can't let them continue this. It's not right, and it could cause quite the scandal. Let's think of a way to intervene and stop them before it goes any further.
Yeah, what did they do in Star Wars when this happened? Oh, we need a handsome guy like Han Solo. What about that soldier over there? He looks very handsome. What do you think, Doc?
I glance at the soldier you've pointed out, taking in his appearance. He does indeed resemble a potential Han Solo. Yes, that soldier does have a bit of a roguish charm, doesn't he? Like a Roman version of Han Solo. It's worth a shot. I suppose he could serve as our distraction to pull the siblings apart.
Okay, I'm gonna go introduce us. Doc? Oh, he says his name is Mark Antony. No wonder he's so handsome.
I nod, feeling reassured by your initiative. Mark Antony, of course. A name to match a handsome face. It's reassuring to know he's on our side, even if he doesn't know it yet. Let's see what you can cook up with your charm and wit, my friend.
Well, Mark Antony wants to know what we want with him. or he's gonna kill us or something. I don't. We probably should. He's a real military guy, and now he's angry at us.
I raise an eyebrow, slightly taken aback by Mark Antony's aggressive reaction. Oh, well, he's certainly direct, isn't he? It seems we've caught his attention, albeit not in the most pleasant of ways. Let's try to diffuse the situation and explain our intentions before things escalate any further.
Okay, Mark Anthony, we've got a girl for you, and also have a hit out of this weed pen. What do you think? He likes the weed pen, Doc.
I watch amused as you attempt to appease Mark Antony with the weed pen. I speak with a hint of humour in my voice. Ah, the weed pen. A timeless tool for winning over even the most stubborn of characters. It seems to be doing the trick. Good thinking, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. You have your Sonic, and I have your, well, I guess it's your weed pen. But anyway, it's working. He's a fan. He wants to know if there's anything he can do to help us.
I chuckle at your light-hearted comparison between my sonic screwdriver and your weed pen, amused by your resourcefulness. I respond to Mark Antony with a grateful smile. Ah, well, we're glad to have you on our side, Mark Antony. We could actually use your help in distracting those siblings over there. If you could perhaps go over and engage them in conversation, it would give us a chance to separate them discreetly.
Oh, he's going over there. He said something about her being beautiful and Rome being for the Romans.
I watch as Mark Antony approaches the siblings and begins flattering the girl with his compliments. I speak with a touch of amusement in my voice. Ah, good. It seems Mark Antony is playing his part brilliantly. He's certainly not lacking in charm, is he? If only he knew the true nature of their relationship.
Oh, he just smacked Octavian right across the room. Now the boy's crying. He's running over to us. Doc, the boy's not happy.
I turn to see Octavian running towards us, tears streaming down his face. I speak with a mix of concern and irritation. Oh dear. It seems we may have caused more harm than good. Octavian, my boy, what's the matter? Why are you so upset?
He says he's upset because he just got smacked by Mark Antony in front of his lady that he was kissing. Should we talk to him about how you shouldn't, get with your sister?
I nod, understanding the situation and the need to address Octavian's actions. I speak gently but firmly to him. Yes, we need to have a serious talk, my young friend. What you were doing was wrong. You should not engage in romantic or intimate activities with your own sister. It's not acceptable or appropriate, and it can lead to many problems. Do you understand that?
He says it's historically accurate for the time period.
I raise an eyebrow, a bit taken aback by Octavian's unexpected response. I respond with a mixture of surprise and disbelief. Historically accurate? Well, yes, I suppose there were cases of incest in ancient times, but that doesn't make it right or excusable. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean we should repeat it or condone it.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's not taking it to heart, though. He's really upset, Doc.
I sigh, recognizing the futility in reasoning with a distraught young boy. Yeah, it seems he's not quite ready to accept the truth yet. He's too young and emotional to fully comprehend the gravity of the situation. Let's give him some time to cool down and come to terms with what happened. Maybe later, when he's calmed down, we can try talking to him again.
Oh, hey, I know. I could give him a hit. You said gravity. It reminded me of Gravity Bong. We could give him a hit of the weed pen. Worked with Mark Antony.
I raise an eyebrow, slightly taken aback by your unorthodox proposal. However, given our current situation, I consider the possibility. Well, it's certainly unconventional, I'll give you that. And yes, it did work with Mark Antony, although that was a wildly different situation. Still, I suppose it's worth a shot. We need to calm Octavian down somehow, and if it means resorting to a bit of medicinal intervention, so be it.
All right. He says he's 16 and he's old enough, so I'm giving him some of the weed pen. It's your weed pen anyway, so if we get in trouble, it's your weed.
I chuckle at your insistence on using my weed pen, amused by the shared risks we're taking. Well, if he's old enough to be sneaking around at parties and flirting with his sister, I suppose he's old enough for a hit. And yes, it is my weed pen, so I'll gladly share the blame if we get reprimanded.
All right, Doc. Let's go party through Rome and put on some ABBA. Let's party to Rome while listening to Waterloo. What do you say?
I grin widely, fully on board with your plan to party around Rome while indulging in some classic ABBA. I respond with enthusiastic agreement. Ha! Now that's a plan I can get behind. Let's party our way through Rome while listening to the classic hits of ABBA, especially Waterloo. Let the dance party begin.
Wow, Doc, that's fantastic. And it was fantastic. What a dance party. Wow, it was like 2 whole weeks of partying we did. Octavian's totally forgotten about his sister. He's having a great time.
I nod in agreement, unable to suppress a smile as I survey the aftermath of our epic dance party. I speak with a hint of satisfaction in my voice. Indeed, it was quite the extravaganza. 2 weeks of non-stop partying, and it seemed to have done the trick. Octavian has completely forgotten about his sister, and he's enjoying himself immensely. It's amazing what a bit of dancing, ABBA, and weed can do in terms of redirecting one's focus. Well done, my friend.
Yeah, that's right. Well done. Should we check in and see if there's any news?
I consider your question for a moment before nodding in agreement. Yes, it seems like a good idea to check in with reality every now and then. Let's see what developments have taken place while we were partying it up in Rome.
Oh, Doc, look, everybody's staring at you kind of weird. Isn't that a little odd?
I glance around, noticing that indeed the people in the room are casting strange glances in my direction. I furrow my brow, puzzled. Yes, that is a bit odd. I wonder why they're all staring at me like that. Maybe they're just admiring my dance moves and stellar fashion sense.
Oh man, I don't know. Hey, let's ask this guy. Come over here. Can you talk to us? This guy might be able to help us out. What do you think, Doc?
I listen as you invite a nearby man to talk to us and then turn to him, addressing him directly. Yes, please. Do you have a moment? We have a quick question to ask, if you don't mind.
Oh, this guy says his name is Brutus, and he says that there's this graffiti all over the city that shows you, Doc, having an affair with Julius Caesar's mistress, Servilla.
I raise an eyebrow, taken aback by Brutus's revelation about the graffiti portraying me having an affair with Servilla. Oh, really? Well, that's certainly a surprising development. I can assure you, Brutus, I have no romantic involvement with Servilla. In fact, I'm quite certain Julius Caesar would not be too pleased to hear such rumors.
He says he agrees, and he doesn't believe she would have anything to do with you, but he says it doesn't matter. That's what the people think. He says that we might get killed.
I frown upon hearing Brutus's warning of potential harm. I respond with a hint of concern in my voice. Killed? That's quite a dire prediction. But I suppose it's not entirely implausible, considering the tumultuous politics of Roman society. It seems we need to be careful and vigilant. Perhaps we should consider laying low for a while and avoiding any further attention.
Octavian says that it's a difficult situation, but he's got a bail. Thanks, buddy. And we're alone. I guess we should stick with this Brutus guy.
I nod, acknowledging Octavian's departure and addressing Brutus. Indeed, it seems we are on our own for now. But yes, given the circumstances, sticking with Brutus seems like a wise decision. He may have useful information and connections that can help us navigate this situation.
Whoa, he says his mom is Servilla. And he says he knows for sure you're not having an affair with her.
I listen intently as Brutus reveals that Servilla is his mother and expresses certainty about my alleged affair with her. Ah, I see. Brutus, thank you for clarifying that. I assure you once again, there is no truth to those rumors. I hold great respect for Julius Caesar and would never engage in such an inappropriate relationship with his mistress.
Well, actually, he's saying he's a little upset with Caesar at the moment, and he wouldn't mind if you did whatever you wanted to do with his mother.
I raise an eyebrow, slightly taken aback by Brutus's unexpected shift in sentiment. I respond carefully. I see. So Brutus isn't exactly on the best terms with Caesar at the moment, and he wouldn't mind if I engaged in a relationship with his mother. Is that correct? Is that correct?
That's correct. He's a strange one. He also says that if we want to lay low, as you say, we ought to get out of these clothes and put some Roman robes on. We stick out like whatever the phrase "sore thumbs" is in Latin.
I listen as Brutus advises us to change into more inconspicuous Roman attire, agreeing with his assessment of our current outfits. Of course. We do stand out a bit in these modern clothes. Good idea, Brutus. Let's find some appropriate Roman robes to blend in better and avoid further attention.
All right. He gave us these robes. We've got the robes on. How's your robe fit, Doc?
I glanced down at the robe Brutus provided me, taking a moment to assess the fit. It fits quite well, I must say. Perhaps a tad loose around the shoulders, but overall, quite comfortable. How about yours, my friend? Comfy? Fit?
Thanks for asking. It is a comfy fit.
I smile, seeing that you're satisfied with your robe as well. Good, good. It's important to feel comfortable and inconspicuous in these circumstances. We need to lay low and avoid any further attention, after all. Let's stick together and see what Brutus has planned for us next.
Okay, Doc, let's walk out of the dressing room. Hey, did you know we were in the Senate?
As we exit the dressing room, I look around, taking in our surroundings. I respond to your rhetorical question with a bit of light-hearted humor. No, I didn't know we were in the Senate. But given our history of popping up in unexpected places, I can't say I'm too surprised.
Oh, Brutus is coming over. He says he's got a friend named Cassio with him. I didn't hear that totally right.
I nod, noticing Brutus approaching us with a friend called Cassio by his side. I speak curiously. Hello, Brutus. This must be your friend Cassio, I presume. It's a pleasure to meet you both.
He says it's Cassius. Anyway, should I give him the weed pen? That usually works out well here.
I consider your suggestion of offering Cassius the weed pen. Given our experiences so far in this situation, it does seem to have unexpected comedic results. I respond with a slight chuckle. Well, if your past experiences are any indication, it might be worth a shot. Go for it, my friend.
Doc, I gotta whisper to you.
I watch as you offer the weed pen to Cassius. Curious to see what effect it will have on him, I remain silently amused, ready for whatever unexpected reactions may follow.
Hey, Doc. I checked.
I turn my attention back to you, responding to your call. Yes, my friend. What is it?
Calm. I am very worried, and I would like to have a private whisper conversation with you that Brutus and Cassius don't hear.
I nod, understanding your concern and appreciating the need for a private conversation. I step closer to you, keeping my voice low so only you can hear. Of course, my friend. What's on your mind? You can speak freely. Brutus and Cassius won't overhear us.
Okay, I reached into my pocket for the weed pen. One, I was surprised to find I had a pocket in my Roman robes. And then two, check your pocket. Is there a knife in your pocket next to your Sonic? Like there was a knife next to my weed pen?
I listened to your observation about the unexpected presence of a pocket in your Roman robe and the surprising discovery of a knife. I raise an eyebrow, intrigued. I follow your suggestion and reach into my own pocket, feeling for any objects there. Let me see. Yes, by Jove, there is indeed a knife in my pocket, right next to my sonic screwdriver. How peculiar.
Oh, Doc, all these senators are gathering around and Julius Caesar's right in the middle. Brutus and Cassius are waving us over.
I look up, noticing the gathering of senators and Julius Caesar in the middle of them. Brutus and Cassius wave us over, signaling for us to join them. I respond, my tone filled with concern. Oh dear. It seems something significant is happening, and they want us to be a part of it. We'd better go see what this is about.
I feel like this is a classic cliffhanger ending, Doc, but we'll be back, won't we?
I smile, acknowledging the cliff-hanging end of our current predicament. I respond with confidence and reassurance. Ah, yes, it does feel a bit like a cliffhanger indeed. But don't worry, my friend. We shall most certainly be back to continue our adventure and unravel whatever mysteries await us. I have no doubt about that.
Me neither. Alright, we'll be back.
I respond in agreement, ready to face whatever comes next. Indeed, we shall return together and continue our journey. Just make sure you don't forget to bring the weed pen, my friend. You never know when it might come in handy again. I wink.
Of that we are of one mind.
I chuckle, glad that we are in agreement on the importance of the weed pen's presence in our future escapades. I respond, emphasizing our shared mindset. Very good. It's reassuring to know we're on the same page when it comes to the essentials. We shall embark once more with the pen in hand, ready for whatever madness lies ahead.
Well said. I do worry that this is the beginning of the arc that I saw at the beginning with the 12th Doctor high as a kite, but we'll check on him later once we get out of this mess when we come back another day.